Have you ever wondered why, with all the technology and innovation we have today, there still isn't a bridge connecting to continents as close as Europe and Africa? This intriguing question takes us on a journey through geographic, historical, and even political aspects that explain why this project, which seems so simple at first glance, has never come to fruition. So, get ready to uncover the mysteries behind the absence of this bridge that, if built, would be one of the greatest engineering marvels of the modern world. To better understand, we need to start with a geographical analysis. The narrowest point between Europe and Africa is the famous Strait of Gibraltar, which is only 14 kilometers (8.7 miles) wide, separating the Iberian Peninsula in Spain from Morocco. At first glance, such a short distance could easily be overcome by a bridge. After all, even larger bridges have been built around the world, such as the Danyang-Kunshan Grand Bridge in China, which stretches an impressive 164.8 kilometers (100.4 miles). So why do these 14 kilometers remain without a physical connection? The first obstacle to consider is the geographical and geological nature of the region. The Strait of Gibraltar is not just a water channel between two continents, but also one of the most complex tectonic points in the world. The region is located at the junction of the Eurasian and African tectonic plates, making it highly seismic. This means that the terrain beneath the strait is unstable and subject to earthquakes and plate movements, making the construction of a bridge extremely challenging and dangerous. Just imagine a colossal structure being constantly shaken by tremors, compromising not only the construction, but also the safety of those crossing it. Furthermore, the Strait of Gibraltar is one of the busiest maritime points in the world. Every day, hundreds of ships, including gigantic cargo vessels and tankers, cross these waters, making it one of the main global shipping lanes. Building a bridge in this location would require a design that does not interfere with this vital trade route, adding layers of complexity to the project. Solutions proposed over the years, such as the construction of underwater tunnels or suspension bridges, have stumbled precisely on this point: the difficulty of maintaining the safety and efficiency of maritime traffic. But the issue isn't just technical. There are also political and economic considerations that play a crucial role in the absence of a bridge between Europe and Africa. Historically, the relationship between the countries of these two continents has been marked by conflicts, colonization, and political tensions. The idea of building a bridge that directly connects these two worlds would raise questions of sovereignty, border control, and even migration. Which country or organization would fund this monumental project? Who would control the flow of people and goods through it? And what would be the implications for the security of the nations involved? These complicated questions have kept the idea of a bridge more in the realm of speculation than reality. Still, the idea is not entirely new. During the 20th century, several plans and proposals were presented to build a physical connection between Europe and Africa. Perhaps the most famous of these is the project for a tunnel under the Strait of Gibraltar, conceived in the 1970s. The plan involved the construction of a railway tunnel linking Spain to Morocco, similar to the Channel Tunnel that connects England to France. However, technical problems, high costs, and a lack of political consensus eventually shelved the project. Interestingly, the concept of linking the two continents is not exclusive to the modern era. There are records that, even in the time of the Roman Empire, there was speculation about building a bridge or tunnel between Europe and Africa. These plans, of course, never materialized, but they show that the idea of uniting these two continents has fascinated humanity for centuries. Imagine what the world would be like today if a bridge between Europe and Africa had been built hundreds of years ago. Would the relationship between the continents be different? Would trade and culture have merged in ways we can't even imagine today? And then, we arrive at the economic question. Building a bridge or tunnel of this magnitude would require colossal investments, estimated at tens of billions of dollars. And even if the cost weren't an insurmountable obstacle, the question would be, who would benefit most from this project? Europe, which already has robust infrastructure and a strong economy, or Africa, which still faces significant challenges in terms of economic development and infrastructure? And how would these benefits be distributed? The truth is, in a world where economic disparities are so great, it's difficult to find a consensus on how such a project should be funded and managed. There's also the environmental impact to consider. Any large infrastructure project has the potential to cause significant environmental damage, and the Strait of Gibraltar is an area of great ecological importance. Its waters are home to rich marine biodiversity, including species unique to the region. The construction of a bridge or tunnel could disrupt these delicate ecosystems, leading to unpredictable consequences for local flora and fauna. Additionally, the visual impact of such a massive structure could forever alter the landscape of this historic region. And there's one more factor to consider: the human factor. If a bridge were built between Europe and Africa, the implications for migration would be profound. Today, the Strait of Gibraltar is already one of the most dangerous points for migrants attempting to cross from North Africa to Europe in search of a better life. With a bridge, the flow of migrants could increase significantly, bringing with it humanitarian, social, and political challenges. How would Europe, already dealing with migration issues, react to a new and easier access route? And how would African countries view this new dynamic? While the idea of a bridge between Europe and Africa is fascinating and has captured the imagination of many over the centuries, the reality is that the challenges are immense. From geological and technical issues to political, economic, and environmental considerations, many obstacles must be overcome before such a project can become a reality. Perhaps, in a distant future, humanity will find solutions to these challenges and the bridge between continents will become a reality. But for now, the absence of this bridge serves as a reminder that not everything that is technically possible is necessarily feasible or desirable. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about other curiosities the world hides, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That way, you won't miss any new content we're preparing for you. Also, leave your comment on what you thought of the video and what other mysteries you'd like to see unraveled here. See you in the next video.